Joddie Gleason now joining us on the big show, the coach of the women's basketball team. Lady Jacks, Dan keeps telling me there's no such thing as the Lady Jacks. It's women's basketball, so I'll work on it. First things first, your husband, quite the prognosticator. Friday night, you beat up on San Francisco State 60-40. One of my coworkers, Roland Treeherd at Big Red Country, says, Skip, what do you think about tomorrow? Oh, we'll win by 20 again, but probably more 90-70. Boom, 90-70 over Monterey Bay. Has he always been this gifted?
Well, if that was the case, we'd do that every game. But we want to, like you said, head off to Vegas and get him on the tables or something like that. But we knew it would be a tough battle. We knew that Monterey would be more of an up-tempo team. We knew the score would be higher, and we're happy to get it by 20.
Joddie, I mean, you've been demolishing teams. You beat up Academy of Art by 50, then you go on break. Maybe you're going to be a little rusty. If Rusty's 20-point wins, maybe. I mean, talk about your team right now. Your girls you're like sharks in the water. You smell blood and go for it.
Yeah, we're playing really well right now. We're defending very well, I think, and I think this weekend really showed that we can do a little bit of both. We can defend, we can play in the half-court game like San Francisco likes to play, and we can also get out and run and play up-tempo like Monterey likes to. And so I really, it was nice to see both of those things happen.
Well, what do you credit that to? I mean, that's the thing that impressed me about San Francisco State. The first half, you played their game. Second half, you played your game. You won both halves. Why are you guys able really to play any type of game right now?
I think it has to do with our veteran players. We have really good leadership, and they've been around. They know, what will emphasize something, and they can make that adjustment mid-game. We were able to do that in both games. Mix up either what we're doing or just emphasize that this isn't how we like to play. And I think that our veteran players really do a nice job of capturing what we really want to do and taking care of business on the court.
Now, taking care of business on the home court, on the road tomorrow night. You're at Chico State. Obviously, you know a lot about. For you folks who don't know, Joddie was an all-everything player at Chico and strong roots. You're from the area, but you went to Chico State. You played for Chico State, and now you're a lumberjack going to play at Chico State, who's usually cream of the crop in the conference. This game, obviously, I'm assuming means a lot.
Yes, it does. We don't want to get complacent. That'd be the worst thing we can do after having a good weekend this week. There's still 3 teams in the conference that are undefeated, and so we can't think that we can just cruise through. Our conference is really tough, and this weekend Chico and Stanislaus have lost a few games in conference, but they're still good teams, especially at home. Chico doesn't lose very often at home. And this is their home opener for conference, and so we know that it's going to be a battle there. It is every year, and we definitely want to bring our best.
Now, personally, do you want to win this a little more because you played there? Skip played there. A couple years ago, that job came open. You were interested in it. So I know there's a lot of storylines off the court. Does that make it? Does any of the personal stuff seep through when you know you're going to play Chico State?
It does a little bit. I have to take a few more deep breaths during the game. I get a little animated, a little more so down there sometimes, and you have to kind of step back. We played down there 3 times since I've been here, and we haven't won yet. So it's definitely a big game for me personally. But more importantly, that's not the important part. We want the team to be focused and be ready to go.
All right, as you draw it up, obviously you've got a lot of depth. You're playing as good as you can be playing, I imagine. You've got to feel really good about your chances heading over to Chico State tomorrow night.
Right. Like I said, they're a really good team. We are a little deeper, I think. They have a really strong core in the paint. They're pretty physical and aggressive. They have a couple of good shooters. They have some experience on the perimeter, and we definitely need to play well. It's not going to be anything that's easy, but I think that we can use our depth to our advantage and really try to get out and run and try to push tempo.
All right, now real quick, a couple years ago when the job came open, you were interested in it. This year that job actually came open again. Was there any interest on your part to go back to Chico State?
No, it didn't come open actually. They offered it to the assistant coach as an interim position, but we're happy here.
Good. Well, we love it. We're very happy that you're here and your Skip and your team. You got, like I said, just bludgeoning people. What is the best part about your team right now? I mean, each night I watch the Lady Jacks play, the women's basketball team. I try to figure out, okay, what is the one component of the team? If I was going to play them, what would I shut down? I don't know. I mean, I see, obviously, Katie Frenchie, then Brittany Taylor's been having monster games. Taylor Kilgore kills it from the outside. Paige Peterson is unbelievable no matter where she is on the court. I mean, even down to look, Kayla Williams came in the other day off the bench out of nowhere. She's making no-look passes as a freshman. I'm just like, is this team for real? But what is the strength? What would you do if you were playing against yourself?
Well, we don't want to give away secrets. I think that our depth really is one of our strengths. and the fact that our team really buys into the team philosophy. In Monterey game, we kind of we didn't play as many people as we have in the second half, and our team was fired up. They were really genuinely happy for their teammates that they were doing well, and as far as statistically and strategy wise, I think it is tough to guard us. I think that we really are strong inside, and we also have that outside component, and we have our slashers from the top that can attack, and I think it is something that makes for a pretty balanced group.
Okay, back-to-back nights you're going to play. Here we've talked about Chico the entire time. You do have to play Stanislaus the very next night. It was interesting. Saturday's broadcast, I interviewed Taylor Kilgore after the game, and she said, well, we knew they had to drive up, and they had the tough go of it, and that was going to make things a little easier for us. Okay, the flip side is you have to make that trip. You've got to go to Chico, down to Turlock, and play on back-to-back nights. And either way, you're going to be real high from a win, or you're probably going to be pretty upset about a loss, but emotionally drained no matter what happens Friday. How do you rebound and come back the very next night?
Right, that's the beauty of this conference. We have these back-to-back games, and you just have to. It's just what you have to do. We have the long drive down to Turlock Saturday morning, and run off the bus to warm up and hit on the court. So Stanislaus is a good team. They're much improved from last year. They have an all-conference player back who had an injury last year, plus their point guard, their shooter, and their post. So it's a very balanced team, and it's going to be a tough night too.
All right, when you're winning 50, 20, 20, where do you think you can improve on this team, or have you got that sponge squeezed as good as it'll go right now?
No, there's always areas to improve. We watch the film and whatnot this weekend, and there's some areas we need to make sure that we always are taking good shots. I think that when the other team makes a little bit of a run, sometimes we start to get a little tight and we force some tougher shots rather than be patient to get a great shot every time. And then defensively, there's always little twists that we need to make teams, for them to take tougher shots and just slow them down a little bit.
Well, I know I'm excited. I can't wait to listen tomorrow night. Dan Pambianco will be on the call. Actually, doubleheader action. But the big game tomorrow, of course, the Lady Jacks taking on Chico State. Good luck, Joddie, tomorrow night. I'm JB Mathers. Head coach Tom Wood is coming up next right here on Humboldt State Tonight.
Farms is a full-service nursery that's brimming with color. You'll find everything from beautiful plants to gardening supplies and landscaping equipment. Miller Farms staff is incredibly knowledgeable and always available to help even the most novice of gardeners. Their giftware section is full of wonderful and whimsical cards, garden ornaments, and so much more. From fountains to plants and trees to gardening supplies and specialty workshops, you'll find it all in one special place at Miller Farms on Central Avenue in McKinleyville.
The new year is here and packed with rewarding fun at Bear River Pump and Play and Bear River Casino. Bear River Pump and Play Casino is now open, featuring 25 slot machines, a live blackjack table, and live poker table. Best of all, the gaming floor is non-smoking and open to ages 18 and older. During the month of January at Bear River Casino, you can earn points to receive an emergency road kit. Visit the Players Club for details on this and all the January promotions.
Win and bear it at Bear River Casino.
Escape to a whole new adventure.
The power of people working together. That's what you'll find at Coast Central Credit Union. 52,000 members who have pooled their resources to benefit each other and our community. We're not here for profit. We're here for you. Isn't it time you joined? Coast Central Credit Union. Belonging never felt better.